Welcome to Garden Delight. I'm Susan Howington, Family Consumer Science Agent with the Henry County Cooperative Extension, partnership with the University of Georgia Cooperative Extension. Today we're going to talk about apples, and we're also here from Frank Hancock, our Agriculture and Natural Resource Agent. So we'll see you back in just a little bit on Garden Delights. Welcome back to Garden Delight. We're talking about apples today, and you always hear that saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, apples really are good for you. They are fat and saturated free, they are sodium and cholesterol free. And not only that, if you leave the skin on, you get great fiber in an apple. And it's also going to give you vitamin C and some potassium, just to mention a few. Now, as far as selecting those apples, if you have an apple tree, when I grew up, I did have an apple tree, and you can't beat your own apple tree to pick an apple off. But if you don't have one, then when you're selecting one at the grocery store or at a farmer's market, you do want to pick your apples up and look at them. And what you're looking for is a shiny, firm skin. You want to feel it. And you want to make sure you don't see any bruises, any decay on the apple, because it is going to decay really fast if you see that. So that's what you're looking for. Now, as far as the storage goes, apples can sit on your counter in a cool, dark place, maybe for 3 days or so. Hopefully you've eaten some of the apples by then. If not, you want to put them in the refrigerator, because they will prolong them and keep them longer until you decide to eat one, or either cook with them or make a salad like I'm going to do it later. So they'll stay about a month in your refrigerator. And you do want to make sure when you're picking those firm ones, make sure you're doing that, because you don't want a mealy apple, and especially if it's been sitting in the refrigerator and you left it on your counter too long, and then you put it in your refrigerator and you take it out, it's really mealy. Because to me, apples need to be firm, and that's what you're looking for. So let's go check out what Frank's doing, and we'll see you back in just a little bit on Garden Delight.
Okay, today we're out here at Mayflor Farms in Stockbridge, Georgia. Mayflor has been here for quite a few years. They've been probably since 2008. We do their certified naturally grown certification every year, so we're familiar with their operation here. They do everything organically. They're not certified organic, but they're certified naturally grown. I've got Mayflor Choxy.
That's right, Frank.
Did I say that right?
You got it right.
All right, so I'm going to let Mayflor tell us a little bit about her farming operation here. And
okay.
I'll just turn it over to you.
Okay.
And I know you do some CSA work.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yes.
So
yeah.
Tell us about it.
Okay, yeah. I'm Mayflor Choxy. My husband and I, this is our passion. We always love to have a farm. And it takes many years to develop this farm with lots of hard work and patience. So yes, you mentioned about our CSA. CSA is a community-supported agriculture. So I have a pretty good number of members of the farm, and they're from Stockbridge and McDonough. So what it is, you can sign up monthly or 12 weeks of the share. And basically, we start in April until December. And so let's say for the monthly, they will come, all of the members will come every Wednesday, because that's our pickup day. So it starts at 10, okay. And then at 10 to 4. And then what it is really a bag of produce what we have picked for that day. So it's always the farmer's choice, So, and it depends on the season. So what's in season for spring, and then summer and fall. And then we also have a value added, they can purchase eggs from us, like a dozen of eggs or whatever they wanted to. So yeah, it comes with that. And they're actually pretty happy, because they always get surprised. Oh, what's in my bag today? And,
right.
and then I introduce different types of vegetables for them. And then they get excited, so what is this, May? And then sometimes like the Asian vegetables, like the Egyptian spinach, and said, what are these, May? And then you know, like the Egyptian spinach is really good for the, it's also like a spinach, but then it grows well in the summer, in summertime, you know. But of course, we have the regular spinach too for the spring. So we try to plant crops that will really grow in our area, especially in the humid, you know, Georgia climate, right? And they're excited because then I tell them the basic things of cooking and the nutrients of it. And you know, I'm also a nurse, so I'm a wellness nurse. So I always put a little bit of the nutrition value in their vegetables.
Well, that's important.
Yes,
that they
yes.
know what the nutrition value is, and the community-supported agriculture. Just for those of you that don't know, these folks, they buy a share of the crop, and they share in the benefits of the crop. If it's a bad season and we have a drought, there's not as much to pass around. If it's a good season, there's lots to pass around.
Yes.
But they actually share the risk with the farmer on growing these vegetables.
Yes,
And,
yes, yeah.
What about farmers markets?
Yeah,
Do
the
you
farmers
sell?
market, yeah, we're members of the Community Farmers Market, or CFM, and it's in Atlanta. We usually go to the Grand Park Farmers Market, and then recently we've been going to the Eventide, and then it's just the community. They come, and it's a lot of vendors and local vegetables, and they have other vendors like for local cheese, and any of the have cheese. They have like fresh catch shrimp. So it's not just vegetables, and they have crafts. It's really a fun place to go.
Okay.
And it's the Community Farmers Market. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. So right now, I guess you're in the process of getting your fall garden.
Yeah.
in.
So we're doing a lot of cleaning up, as you saw, right? We're replacing the plastic of our hoop house.
Yeah. And you've got 3 hoop houses.
Actually 2, but that one is for our greenhouse where we start our seeds and transplants.
Do you work with the Natural Resource Conservation
Yeah, we
Service?
did. We did. Yeah,
on the
we
hoop
did.
houses?
Yeah, they help
And,
us. I was able to get a grant for those 2 hoop houses.
Okay.
And not only that, I got a grant for irrigation for the whole for the whole farm, and irrigation to the tree orchard. So I was pretty happy about that. Yeah.
Yeah, they do a lot of work in Henry County.
Yeah.
Well, what else you've got? I see up here you've got sinks and all where you wash your vegetables.
Yeah, so we have a little pavilion that's where when we harvest the vegetables, and we clean up there and sort out all the vegetables and stuff. And then in a nice weather, so the CSA, they will just pull in, and then I have all their vegetables in crates, and then I just give them their bag in a beautiful day. And then when it's raining or it's just too hot, I use my cottage farmhouse.
Okay.
That way it keeps the vegetables cool. Yeah, so that's good. Yep.
Good. Okay, so healthy eating, organically grown produce, and what else you want to tell us about your farming operation?
Organic farming is really, it's very hard because it's very tedious. But see, the way we're farming, Frank, is it's biointensive, regenerative agriculture, so we don't really till. So one time we only till to prepare when we have a new area that we wanted to plant. So it's raised bed, and then we do, we use a lot of compost. We make our own compost, or we get a truckload of compost, and we use soil amendments, no pesticides at all. And then we grow lots of pollinators, and then that way it attracts beneficial insects. And it's just really hard work, and and love, and just passion to to grow things. And nothing is really easy in life.
Hard work, but it's fun.
But it's fun, and I love it here. So I mean, it's good for the soul.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, we appreciate you sharing all this with us. And I think what we're going to do now is we're going to go back in the kitchen and see what Susan is fixing.
Welcome back to Garden Delights. Today we're going to be making an apple and pasta salad, and it is going to be so good. I can't wait to start making it. So let me just tell you, the recipe is going to ask you to put 2 Gala apples, and I'm using Gala apples. If you like another apple, use it if you want something a little bit tart, but I'm using Gala apples, and that's what the recipe is going to call for. So I already have 1 apple chopped up in this bowl here, and so I've already cored this apple, and so I don't have to do that. But I also put a little bit of lemon juice on it because that'll keep the apples from turning that dark color. So I'm going to go ahead and chop up these apples here, these 2 halves, and go ahead and add them to the other part of it so I can start with the rest part of the recipe. So let's get these chopped up. And I can tell these are very firm apples, which is a really good thing, because when you make a salad, you want a good firm apple when you're crunching on it. I got just a little bit more on this piece to get. And I'm just going to do small sizes. You can cut them larger, but I like just kind of a bite size. I like when you're eating, you can just about put the size of the apple in there. So that's what I'm going to cut it with. And I'm just going to keep my layers just like I've got it and just keep cutting them through. And like I said earlier, keep the peeling on because you're going to get a lot of good fiber from that apple. I'm going to go ahead and toss these in with this one. And you know, buy your apples when they're in season because you're going to get a better deal. You can buy them in bags, but I will say this, when you buy them in bags, you really want to look at them. You know, look through that see-through bag. Make sure you're looking at all the apples because it's hard to see if you're going to get an apple with a bruise on it. And like I said, you don't want that either. So I'm just going to add a little bit more. And I also did a little bit of lemon juice on my cutting board, so that kind of helps too, can keep it from turning. So I have the 2 Gala apples in there. And so now I'm going to add, this is 3 celery sticks, and I've chopped it really small. If you want bigger chunks, you can. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to the apple mixture. Make sure I get all it out. And then the next part of it is you're going to add the lemon juice, and this is 1 lemon squeezed the juice from, and I'm going to add it. And like this is going to give it a little tang taste, but it's also to keep those apples fresh looking so they don't turn. So what I want to do right now is just go ahead and toss this together, just to make sure those apples are coated. And I think we'll be good on that. And so the next part of the ingredients is going to be walnuts. So this is about 1/2 cup, and I did chop the walnuts, so you're going to see 1/2 cup of those. See if I can stack a little bit here. And then also it's going to ask you about a cup to 1/2 cup of mozzarella. So it depends on you how much you want to put in there. So I'm going to add that. So that's about 1 cup. And then I'm going to stir this around because I want this mixture coated really good with the lemon juice. And once I get this coated really nicely, we're going to add the pasta. And like I said, it's a apple pasta salad. So we're going to add some pasta to it. The pasta is the penne, and it is about 2 cups of uncooked. So when you cook it, it's going to be about this size when you get done cooking it. So I'm going to go ahead and add the pasta to the salad. And you're going to see you need a big enough bowl to make sure you can mix this all together. Let's see if I can stack this again. All right, and I'm just going to mix this really around, get some of that apple all around, some of the walnuts, the celery, a little bit of the cheese. And then I also want to get a little bit of that lemon juice kind of mixed in with it also. So we're just going to keep on mixing because I really want to make sure it's mixed in really good. And you have to bring it from the bottom to the top just to get it mixed up really good. And this is so pretty and so easy and so tasteful. If you're looking for an easy recipe for the weekend or to take someone, this is a great recipe. All right, I think I have it about where I want it because I want to see some of those red apples all through that pasta. So this is kind of mixed up together. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little dressing to go with it. So I have about 1/4 cup of olive oil. Let's see if I can move this right here. I'll just set this on here. And then I have some Dijon mustard, and it's about 1 tablespoon. Let's see if I can use this same thing to scoop it out. I'm going to mix it in with the olive oil. And I also have some honey, which is about a teaspoon of honey. I'm just going to mix it in. It's going to give just a little bit of sweet taste, but it'll give it a nice flavor with that mustard. And then I have about a teaspoon of minced garlic that I'm going to add to the dressing. And then I also have a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and this is grated. This is about 2 tablespoons. I'm going to mix it in with there also. And see if I can stack that and make it stay. And I'm going to whisk this together because I want it to be a nice, smooth look to go over that salad. So I'm going to get it mixed in really, really good. And the Parmesan is going to give it a little bit of taste, but it won't overpower it. All right, I think I have it where I want it. And I love the Dijon mustard. It gives it a little bit of tang also. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this in. I'm going to kind of move it around. And this is so simple. All right, let's get this all out. I don't want to miss out on my dressing. All right, so just toss this around. And when you're cooking your pasta, you do want to make sure that you cook it, and you have to cool it before you put it into the salad. And you also want to make sure it's drained really well because you don't want it really watery in your salad too. So you definitely want to make sure it's drained well. And this is something you could do if you have some extra pasta left over and you have apples. This makes a wonderful salad. And of course, I put walnuts in, but if you are something like a pecan or other type of nut, you can try that. But I love walnuts with your apples. It just seems to go really well together. And I think I have exactly what I want. So this salad is simple, easy, very tasty, and it is great for your family or just to take to someone and say, hey, happy salad day. So we'll see you back in just a little bit on Garden Delight. Welcome back to Garden Delights. Frank, we have apple and pasta salad.
All right.
So I am going to
good.
serve you up.
Looks good.
I think about the apple trees in the community garden.
Lots of vegetables here today.
Yes.
We went out to Mayflor Farms and talked to May S8e5, and she told us a little bit about her farm. But I didn't realize that she was kind of a nutrition specialist. She's a nurse, but folks that buy vegetables from her, she teaches them how to cook it. She grows a lot of stuff that they had never seen before and tells them how to
cook it.
fix it. So
That is pretty cool.
got her own thing going there.
This is good.
Yep.
Give a little pasta, a little apple. That's really good.
It is good.
I'm gonna eat one more bite. Oops. Get one of apple. I don't want to stop eating it. Check out the website for the recipe. You're gonna love it. And Frank and I will see you next time on Garden Lights.
Don't forget what they always say.
What's that, Frank?
I'm not saying I'm eating.